Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Happy 10th of July. Okay, it's kind of the energy of what's going on. What's up? And as I went to pull out my decks, I thought I'd use the Rider-Waite Tarot. And as I went to pull up this box, it's like a card was just, a card came out. It just kind of attached to my hand and came out. So what's going on? Ooh, treat. A treat. Who's in for a treat? Well, I felt like doing a Celtic cross. So, the hangman's at the bottom of the deck. What's going on? Exhausted. He just wants to leave me the bottom one every time. Kiss me. Kiss me. Joke. Envy. Now this energy this morning, when I tapped into it, I felt there was a bit of a grumpiness, a bit of a moodiness. I tapped into it more and someone was happy. So it's, and I could hear someone just walk past and they were whistling. So it feels a little bit like you've got positive and negative emotions, but positive and negative emotions cannot exist at the same time, apparently. So let's have a look into this. Let's do a Celtic cross. These cards have gone heavy. Oh, really heavy. King of Swords, someone's thinking. Challenges bringing in the balance. That's exactly what I found. It was half of you negative and half of you is positive. This is the case for a soul. Okay, whereabouts are you going to reside? It's like you're giving a lot to the beggars. And I felt like these are the pleasers here. The pleasers. And you're focusing a lot on the beggars and not really taking care of what actually pleases you. You've kind of got the scales that are balanced over that, as if that's just going to take care of itself. So again, this could suggest that your pleasing personality is balanced. But then what happens when you have to face the beggars? The beggars, it's kind of like beggars can't be choosers. Well, this is very true. Okay, when you're in this begging state, you don't actually kind of manifest anything, just more things to kind of beg for. Okay, so beggars can't be choosers. So who can be the choosers? Who can be the choosers? The happy ones. Oh, sing a song of happiness, apparently. Put some music on. Challenge. Well, it's not really a challenge because you're understanding that you've got, a negative and a positive side. Bipolar was coming out, but that's what it can feel like. 1 minute you're in a really good mood, the next minute it's kind of like the energy shifted. I think we can resonate with that as divine feminines. What's gone on in the past? The divine feminine. Okay, so this is the occult. This is the divine masculine here. This is you thinking about maybe things that the divine feminine said. Okay, and there's definitely this energy of through the darkness you will grow. But you're like a dark little pussycat here now. So I feel like you're delving into the occult. Let's not call it magic. Excuse me. The lions, I was paying attention to the dogs barking because I felt this, feels like half of your world is full of like the magic and studying the arts, let's just say, of the art of manifesting, which does include spirituality. There's a spiritual aspect to manifesting, even if you don't want to put that word to it. Okay, it's the intangible, what you believing in what you can't actually see. So, okay, some people are not going to be for this. So you're not going to be able to, like, they're not going to believe like you believe. And I felt like there's people here with, like, they haven't even got their backs to each other. But they're lions. So I feel like they have a pride. Okay. And they're looking this way. Although that here looks like a bit of a chute. Like it's down the rubbish chute, maybe. And this side here, I feel is looking to kind of like the growth. Look at it like this. So wasting your time with the beggars and the pleaders. Okay. You're just wasting your energy. You're just, aiming for the rubbish chutes here. It's taking you to like the underground. And then you have this lion this side. I want to say that the courageousness, courage, well, it's the same thing, but courage, poise, and positivity. Because there's too much money kind of going into this hand here. And he's also got, I think you find there's 6 coins there as well. So double the effort's being given to the pleaders. Beggars. And beggars can't be choosers. And you're having to think about this. A good hard think about this. This is an opportunity for you to grow. Because you've got the lions here now. If you bring the lions together, and you've got your own sunflower here. And it's the divine feminine here who's in the middle. Looks like it's coming from her crown. Well, it is coming from her crown chakra. It's very much the energy of where do you actually delegate your energy. Let's have a look at some of these cards before we move too much into the story. King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords takes me to his learning. Spiritual truths. He's got a handle on it, but if you can see, it's like we're covering it up. So this masculine here could be to study this stuff. You don't need to, like, tell anyone. It's all internal work. That is kind of like the bliss of it, is that you don't actually have to tell anyone what you're doing. You have complete control. The one thing that you do have complete control of, as Napoleon Hill says, is over your own thoughts. So if you're doing the inner work, it's going to want to reflect on the outside and grow and manifest. So I feel there's some discord here, because this King of Swords is studying for the truth. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. King of Swords, perfect. Okay, that's the Sun card, the most happiest card in the deck. So on one side of life, things are perfect. Why do I want to put it this side? Or wanting to perfect things. So it's like kind of, you can't move on until this is all sorted out. But this energy would just carry on drawing from you. It looks like it's all lined up for it to keep. This is where it's going. You need to turn your face to this way. So there's this energy of everything needing to be perfect and balanced. This side, it's overbalanced. You need to really try and balance this side here. Okay, so trying to make everything perfect on this side and sunshiny, where I've already stated that's kind of like they're destined for doom. They're never going to really be able to choose the life that they desire to live, because they don't really have any desires. They're looking after others to take care of their needs. So perfect energy over that side. Mr. Entrepreneur. That's the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of money here that's going into something that, I'm sorry to say, looks like it's wasted energy. This side, puppy love. The Page of Cups. Now he is focusing on love. Okay, he normally has a cup that has a fish in it. So like one side of you is quite soppy like a wet as a fish. But I'm feeling the energy of don't allow it to slip out of your hands, because you're paying too much attention on this side. The awakening of the student. Underneath, you can still see the pencil marks. And then we've kind of wrote over the top of that in ink, permanent ink. Once you've been awakened, you can't really go back. Once you're in the process of it, of awakening. Okay. Let's have a look at your mood, your vibe. What are we going to call it, a mood or a vibe? What vibration are you in? How are you vibing? You're chilling. Okay, listening to music. Got your doctor's coat on here, your doctor's jacket. It's like, are you chilling a bit too much? Payday. You love payday. You love payday. How about the game of life? Do you like that? Because payday is actually a board game. And what about the game of life? I think there's another game as well called Go for Broke. That would be a good one. Why don't you aim to go broke? Then see what happens when you stop giving. When you aim to go for broke, okay, because it's part of the spiritual journey as well, like you kind of detach from material possessions, and the biggest one is money. So like, well, I'll go for broke. Well, like, then people stop asking you, because all they wanted was whatever you were flowing into them. When you actually stop providing for everyone else and you relax, you chill out, you have to have faith to do this. Utter, pure and utter faith. Watch how the divine starts providing for you. It's not logical, but it is something ethereal that happens. Disgusted. Well, you'll soon see. who actually kind of wants to hang out with you when you don't really have anything else to provide but you as a soul, as a human being. Let's just leave it there. Let's have a look at the random cards, because this is a bit of a random word to come out, disgusted. Reach out. I put it over here with this side. You can see that there's people that are always reaching out to you for assistance. What do they provide to you? What do they kind of bring to the table? Brother, I felt the energy here of actually the divine, like, I don't want to say begging, but kind of like praying for you. Okay, because I was looking at the divine scales here of justice. And it feels like it's your soul brother. Let's find out some more. Dragon and kids. Now this also could be who could be draining, because I didn't know whether or not this went this side. This could be a brother. Oh, a brother-in-law. Okay. Maybe draining. Just because I picked up the justice scales about in-law. Then we have a dragon. Again, I'm feeling like these could be things that you are providing to. Interesting, because it took me to Dragon's Den as well, about you being an inventor. And yesterday I actually said, I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. So it's the energy of, I don't think you're actually manifesting like something in the physical yet. Next time you're manifesting, okay, or you put out this seed of manifestation, you'll know what you're wanting. But it's like that's next time. Okay, you get to work on the gadget or the entrepreneurship. I don't mean next lifetime. There's something else you need to turn your focus on first, which is love. Now this part where it's begging, or I don't want to say that, I feel the energy of maybe the divine masculine feeling as if the divine feminine would be disgusted in his behaviour. Or maybe it's the divine masculine's disgusted in it. I don't feel that. No, I don't feel that at all. He's disgusted in divine. He might not like the way that she does things or approaches things, but she is part of the occult. She knows what she's doing. But there is this disgusted energy on, because she's kind of facing this way, looking at this word. And that's not the case. So if there is a loss here with the masculine and he seems to have lost everything that he was working on, well, that's, like I've just said, that will come, but just a bit later. That wasn't what maybe, you needed to focus on at this time. It looks like you needed to actually chill out and focus on love and fall in love, and then this is going to be so much more rewarding for you, because you won't be attracting the beggars. If you have people begging for money and wanting and wanting and wanting from you, that's because you're in the energy of seeking more money. You feel that there's a lack. Okay, so you're generating money so that you can give to the beggars. Which means you're not a chooser. You'll be stuck in any old job. And this could be the energy of you actually wanting to get out of that. So reach out of this, earn more money. What for? Who are you giving the money to? The beggars. So you're always going to be scraping around for work or for clients, money. How about you just stop focusing on money and providing for others, and allow the divine to provide for you. Let's see if I can get some random cards for this side. The awakening of the student, disgusted, and marriage on this side. So this is really looking at the divine connection of marriage, spiritual and physical union. with your true counterpart. We go to the flower language. There's the seat here in the picture, orange mock. The orange takes me, you see here, with the reach out, orange mock. You're being mocked, but also I feel this air of the divine masculine being embarrassed. Listen, we've all allowed ourselves to be taken advantage of. It is an advantage because through that you get to learn that actually you're worthy of so much more. Okay. So orange mock. Right, should we get back to the Celtic cross? Yeah, let's do that. So that was that part. Let me put these cards away. Tap into music. Let's have a song and we'll see what the song would like. Oh, I've put those cards away. I don't want to do that now, do I? Well, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at what song's on. Because you can find your messages through the songs. Let's tap into the frequency of music. It's 9:55. I'll stand by you, the Pretenders. Oh, okay. Right, so I'll stand by you, the Pretenders, and we've had the Deceit card. This is someone saying that, you know, we'll stand by you, we'll help and support, we'll do our bit. Do they? I don't think they do their bit. Well, maybe it is, but it's only a little bit. Extra mile, going the extra mile. These guys don't even go the first mile. Okay, and then the song changed to All By Myself by Eric Carmen. Nobody's home. I'm going to read the lyrics. When I was young, I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days are gone. Living alone, I think of all the friends I've known, but when I dial the telephone, nobody's home. All by myself, don't want to be all by myself anymore. Hard to be sure, sometimes I feel so insecure, and love so distant and obscure, remains the cure. All by myself, don't want to be all by myself anymore. All by myself, don't want to be all by myself anymore. And when I was young, I never needed anyone, and making love was just for fun. Those days are gone. All by myself, don't want to be all by myself anymore. All by myself, don't want to live by myself anymore. By myself anymore. All by myself, don't want to live. I never needed anyone. Until now. This is, they've kind of like put it into a past energy, so I feel like this masculine is actually all by himself. This may have all occurred. Should we have a look at the now energy? And then I'm feeling this embarrassment coming through about what's occurred. Okay, let's have a look at the now. Come on, let's perk you up. Feels like this has cleared. Okay, you just need to understand the truth behind the situation. But you need to wrap this up, okay? Because you're ready to go into like New Earth. So, twiddling these, hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me. Hit me. I feel like the feminines here. I'm not sure who it is. I feel quite this angelic essence to this card. But this is about wrapping up a massive cycle. It's not like the Destiny card where, you know, What goes down must comes up. You must come up from what goes down. Okay, we're just putting a spin on these words today. With the World card, you've kind of completed the deck, the tarot deck, this particular life cycle. So it's rebirth time, needing to be balanced here. At the bottom here, it looks like Taurus and Leo. Okay, they look focused. Aquarius and Scorpio up here. What's going on? Because it's like a new age theory that you're trying to adopt. Okay. And then it's like this negativity comes in. Let's have a look at this card. There you go. It's a rebirth. Death. Transformation. Okay, card of Scorpio. I'm feeling this energy of you finding it hard to say goodbye to the old world. It's very much about letting go of the pain that it caused. It was exhausting. Let's get some more cards. Channel of Love cards for the world and the death energy. Now, interesting how this angel, she's kind of like twiddling her thumbs, because I feel you're through. You have been through. And it's like, but still she's twiddling her, oh, did I say she's twiddling her thumbs? Okay. Because there's that energy of you've transformed, but you're still hanging around in this area where the king's knocked down and you got a kid begging here. Who even knows what the priest is saying to you? And then you've got this feminine figure who can't even look. And it's like you're meant to be heading off towards here. So you're on your horse. Okay. The balancing of the black and white here. So we're taken to this black cat again. The white being purity. And then, so we call this the light. And then this is the dark. And this was about establishing that you're half negative and half positive. But the core of you is light. But you still have this kind of harsh armour around you. It's definitely rebirth. Look, you look completely drained. So it's about kind of mustering up the energy just to get you through to the other side here. And you're needing positivity. Okay. The students. So there's still this energy of learning. The Page of Pentacles. So we saw the Knight of Pentacles that was out, and he's quite slow moving. What was the card that came out? Oh, Mr. Entrepreneur. So you're wanting to get it correct. And it all starts with a pleasing personality. Think and grow rich. A pleasing personality. Random cards. You are my sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are grey. See, you need to make yourself happy when skies are grey. A pleasing, positive personality. A pleasing, positive, perpetuating personality. 4 Ps. That's interesting. Okay. We talk about the 4 pages. Okay, you should be feeling some enthusiasm and inspiration. I'm serious. Myself and another Divine Feminine worked on the 4 pages yesterday. And yeah, we sent some really good focused energy out there on drawing in the energy of the 4 pages. Okay, drawing on the enthusiasm and inspiration. It's coming to get you, sunshine is. Been bitten on the back of the knee and it's extremely scratchy, and I know I'm not to scratch it, but oh man, I don't know what's bit me. It bit me yesterday and it's still scratchy today. Okay, don't scratch it anymore. I won't. flower language. It's 1001. Memories. 1001 took me to, well, the Destiny card. When you kind of meet each other, because that's what's happening here in the Queen of Wands cards, the lion and the lioness. Memories is the current energy. Okay, focusing on the positive memories. I think that's all I want to use with these cards. Oh, what vibe you in? What vibration? Chilling, that's good. Okay, so it's about focusing on positive, inspirational, uplifting memories of the past and not negative memories. Okay, so this reading is very much about you focusing on your positive, pleasing, perpetual personality. Now, I think we might have finished using these cards now. We can actually get on with the rest of the reading. Otherwise, we'll be sitting here all day. There's also this energy here because I wasn't quite sure who this was. And I felt like it was an angelic, but twiddling her thumbs. And I felt like when I said, you'll have me sitting here all day, what, waiting for this one? Because that's what I feel. I feel like this one's there's just no movement here. But I don't feel it's a Divine Feminine's energy. It's like another character's come in when I said that kind of comment, when it was like, come on, let's get moving on. Otherwise, we'll be sitting here all day. And it feels like the masculine, he's ready. He's kind of good to move on. But he's stuck dealing with this Groundhog Day, should we say that? Okay, let's look into the future. The Empress. Now, that is the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay, she's nurturing, loving, very feminine here. She has so many ideas. It looks like she's holding a microphone here. Okay. There's encouragement here from the Divine Feminine to speak up. Okay. If you could imagine that maybe the masculine was actually behind her, okay, this energy, because she's got this sunbeam around her. This is like, speak up. What is it? I can't quite hear you. So she's holding like the microphone, like over her shoulder, as if kind of encouraging the masculine here. It's like, speak up. I feel like this is about the spiritual truths, being able to speak about them. Okay. You're definitely getting closer, look. The sun's there. And it's like she can sense you. And it feels like this energy of you taking the mic. Okay. Drop the mic. It's like Anne Skeletor has left the building. I don't know who Skeletor is or who's looking very frail and weak, but they've left. They've had enough. What's assisting you behind the scenes? I was going to say what's assisting you behind the scenes this weekend. So there could be some major shifts this weekend. Like actually really wrapping up this cycle and moving on from it. What's assisting you behind the scenes is you're going to have a chat. I feel a bit breathless. Okay, so that's a bit scary. I feel like this is a feminine. She doesn't look like the Empress. She's just someone who just sits. She looks quite blank and void. This is the Holy Grail here. I feel like this is the masculine kind of going, this is like life. Come on, are you getting up? Mm. And then you have all these little watery characters here just holding on for dear life. I feel like this masculine here is trying to explain to this feminine, okay, but if she doesn't get it, she doesn't get it. It's not her time to get it, is it? You can't force knowledge onto people. We all try, I believe, when we become awakened, because it's exciting. You want to share this stuff with people. You want people to be able to talk to like-minded souls, okay, who see what you see or can see your perspective on things. So I'm feeling very much this trying to explain here. It feels like it's like water off a duck's back. How do you feel about this situation? Defensive. So very much this energy of no one understanding you. You're gritting your teeth. You feel like, I don't know, look at your feet here. You've got a shoe on one foot and a boot on another. So you're trying to it's like you're trying to cross over. Okay. It's like stepping into someone else's shoes, but it's kind of like wishing that someone would actually see things from your perspective. I do feel like it does look like the world here, like you're feeling on top of the world, but then your beliefs just vary massively with others that surround you at this present time. How is this affecting others? A tower. It was like, how is realization wants to come through. That's not the word. When you reveal the truth to people, when you start to, take up different beliefs, because a belief is only a thought that you keep thinking, and your beliefs change. This is spiritual truths. When spiritual truths hit, they hit home. Okay, so very much hard spiritual truths are hitting home. And how it's affecting others, well, it's pinpointing some things, isn't it? It's pinpointing the flame here. It's like it's on the tip of the iceberg here. This goes deep. There's I don't know if I can find it, about the tip of the iceberg. It says a small perceptible, the small perceptible part of a much larger situation or problem that remains hidden. The plastic that can be seen and cleaned from the shore is just the tip of the iceberg. But there was actually, hopefully, okay, that's not. I think it's for your comfort zone. I'm not sure. Here we are. You just get this image up. So let's have a look at this. So you've got overnight success, iceberg illusion, what people see. And then what people don't see: hard work, discipline, action, risk, good habits, consistency, failures, motivation, discipline, changes, sacrifices, resilience, disappointments, patience, persistence, lack of sleep, late nights, doubts, struggle, stress. I wonder why you're exhausted. And this is them people just wanting to gain from your success without putting in any hard work themselves. Well, you'll know by whether or not they've gone through what's underneath the surface here. They've gone through what's underneath the surface. So it's kind of like this energy of you have to go and do your work. And for the ones that have put in the consistent hard work, onwards and upwards. Onward, Christian soldiers. I was actually going to say marching back from war, okay? So how this is affecting others? The Tower. Let's have a look at any hopes or fears. The cards have really lightened up now. And I'll tell you what I'm looking at. For some reason, there's a piece of cooked pasta, like spaghetti, and it's stuck to my the outside of my kitchen cabinet. I'm not sure how it got there. And it took me to actually like Lady and the Tramp. When they've done that kind of scene, they went out for a meal and the pasta was there and they had that kiss. They were on the same end of the pasta. So this is nice because this is your legacy here. Hopes or fears? I'm not sure. I feel like this is a racetrack here, or it's a circuit course. How far behind are people? And who is actually, what direction are they going in? Who's kind of branching off this way? Who's going in this direction? Who's this person who's only just like started? I feel this is the masculine here. Because the birdie, I feel this is the divine masculine. You need to get started. You feel as if you're actually getting old. It's never too late to start. Okay? And I feel like with the knowledge that you have now, things will rapidly change. When you change the way that you're doing things, okay, in your new realised dimension, I feel like these are, what way should we be going here? That's the kind of energy. What way should we be going? Is that a tower there? Is this kind of what's going on? The kids hiding. The dogs are here. Are they warning you not to go this way? Do you just stay on track? I think this is the way because like you're kind of going out of this picture. And it's like you're still stuck here, looking at what's going on. It's like, why is he looking at this couple here with the kiddie hiding? And I'm feeling the masculine energy, like he may not have, he's all by himself. He doesn't want to be all by himself anymore. But you can't force love, can you? And you can't force people to want to hang out with you or speak to you or be in your company. So the Ten of Pentacles, but I'm feeling like you might feel like you're losing everything, but actually it's the opposite. You're just about to gain everything that your heart does truly desire. Let's look at the outcome here. You've got two cards for the outcome, and they were stuck together. Just had a masculine spice outside. It was just very quick. Was it a sneeze? I'm not sure. But things happen really quickly. Look at this. You have love. You're moving in a new direction. You're holding your head up high. You're on angel wings here. You're on angel wings. The angels are guiding you. You're just about to cross over here. Got your fish. Got a few fish there. And the other card is, oh, okay. Look at this. Because this is about emotional loss. Look at this love that's coming in. It's like the angels are coming in to help you gain a new perspective. Look up, keep your head high. You're gonna rise above this here and go and walk through this. This is about you offering yourself unconditional love. Everything that you're looking from others, or you're looking from others, you're looking for from others, put all that love into yourself. Okay. Self-love is the key here. Unconditional love. Know your worth and know that you are loved. Two of Cups is behind you here. But first you've got to love yourself and love what you stand for. Just make sure you're standing in integrity. Okay. A pleasing, positive, perpetual personality. I don't even know what bloody perpetual means. Maybe I should look it up first. Wow. What happened to the phone? I don't know. Oh, it's under the table. Feels like somebody who's in the spiritual closet. My phone's under the table and not being able to like listen to material while others are around, or getting your hands on certain books because they're like, what are you reading there? You know what people are like. And then actually reading stuff and you want to actually discuss that with someone and there's no one to chat with. And all the time you're actually personally developing, coming to this new awareness regarding yourself and our world and how it all really operates, and you're stuck in the middle of it. Perpetual. I want to check out this word. Perpetual meaning. Never ending or changing. Oh, that's perfect, wasn't it then? Never ending or changing. Being your positive... Hold on, Mr. What's he called? Postman's coming. PPPP. A pleasing, positive, perpetual personality. Never ending or changing. Oh, interesting though, because it says here, deep caves in perpetual darkness. No, we're going for the light, aren't we? Occurring repeatedly, so frequent as to seem endless and uninterrupted. Oh, and then it says they're perpetual money worries. You need to have a look at this. Okay. Where was we going? Should we just look at the bottom? Where was we going? We're going into New Earth, aren't we? Pleasing, positive, perpetual personality. Look, King of Cups. Okay. You sit there proud. You even do like a bit of a Fonzie here. You pull up your collar. Yeah, so cool, man. Listen, love's cool. That's the latest trend. You're starting off this new trend here. It's not a new trend. But love is cool. Not worry and misery and all the whinging and moaning and the complaining. Oh, it's just so uncool. What's that card there? It wants me to, two of them. 10 of Cups, look. 3 cards. 10 of Cups. Oh, bringing in the balance. Look, you're burdened. You're nearly home though. There you are. Really, you're just hiding your face. So, it's like time to temper your vibration. 10 of Cups is on its way. Hip, hip, hooray. The 10 of Cups is on its way. Right, let's get some oracle cards. Angels and ancestors. You want me to place him? Well, I can place him that way. You can't even see it, but they've got me. Anyway, let's go. It's all good. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Slow and steady, breathe and flow, take a gentler approach. The Shaolin Master calls forth the ninja within. Shaolin medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into the energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It also teaches subtlety, because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy, and that may not be supportive of what you are working on. So we go back to the first message about you giving too much energy over here, trying to force a situation. Okay. The Shaolin Master, like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You too are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, choices and actions. Okay, the extended message. You're being guided to flow like water, blow like air. Interesting, look. Flow like water, King of Cups. Blow like air, King of Swords. You are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. What happens next? Should we see if... I'm not sure how much they're going to tell us. Oh, happy days! That's what happens next. Mermaids and dolphins? Okay. Okay. Pay attention. Okay. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Let's put it there. Pay attention. Heaven is giving you important messages, and by drawing this card, you're asked to pay extra attention to them. Notice conversations you overhear, comments made to you by others, and inner feelings and thoughts. Look for common threads among the signs, as they're forms of guidance to help you manifest your divine purpose and desires. It's not your imagination that heaven is sending you signs and divine guidance. Anytime you hear or feel something 3 or more times, especially within a short period of time, it's information worthy of your attention. These signs also give you feedback about your current belief system, since your thoughts attract mirroring experiences. Use these signs to heal beliefs that dishonour you and swim in the direction that your guidance points you. let's have a look at your sacred destiny. The sacred destiny, that wasn't the deck I was going to. I was going to the sacred spirit, but excuse me. We can go and have a look at your sacred destiny. We can go and have a look at your sacred destiny. You are my destiny. You are my one and only. You bring that joy to me. When my whole world was lonely, angel in disguise. The power of your love, it just hypnotizes. I just love the magic of your what? Your spell? How much time we'll spend together, only time will tell. Well, the laughter came and the tears stopped falling. Now all I do is just call your name. You walked into my heart, discovered that my life would never be the same. Oh, you are my destiny. Look at this, the simple life. Simplicity. An angel in disguise, that's what I felt before I picked up on kind of a negative energy. That's the first spin was that it was an angel in disguise. Simplicity. Would you like the simple life? White feather. Imagine a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky, wafting on warm air currents as it floats to the earth with simplicity and grace. Both Native Americans and Egyptians thought feathers were messages from the sky gods. Chiefs would wear feathers to symbolise their communion with the Creator. It was believed that when one wore feathers on one's head, messages from a human could travel to spirit. Likewise, messages and energy from the spiritual realms could travel back down to the human through the hollow shaft of a feather. Feathers were also wafted through the air to cleanse and purify a space. Pay attention. Look out for the feathers. The sacred landscape wants you to know. To find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life, do only what matters. Release everything else. Simplify your life, scan all areas, and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay, do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there's no room for spirit. There is too much static and too much stuff to connect to your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. Okay, now we know what to do. Pidgey out there, cooing, I can hear him. So we can go to the Sacred Spirit reading cards. Okay, I've got the card. Open intuition, seek clarification. Now, after I've kind of finished this reading, guys, I'm going to be staying on and reading some of The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, rather than doing a separate video. So anyone that wants to stay on to listen to that, I imagine we're on chapter 10, and I imagine it's going to come in perfectly with this actual reading. Is what I love about pay attention to the signs and how things come in. In threes, most definitely. Okay. Card number 29, open intuition. Seek clarification, possible misinterpretations now. Intuition is the inner voice of the soul, opening our intuitive channels and trusting the messages that we receive can be challenging in the beginning. Not knowing how to interpret these vibes can lead to confusion. And I did feel with the energy of here, it's like when you're just starting, okay, to really trust this. Not knowing how to interpret these vibes can lead to confusion. For are you really listening, or is it just your imagination? You are already intuitive. Think about the times you have felt, heard, or just known about events or insights about others or places. Those gut feelings are your primary mechanism for this natural base instinct. It might seem daunting at first, but opening your intuition can be performed in a variety of ways. Being open and trusting is the start. Meditation, visualization, or connecting to your angels or guides to assist in these processes can significantly increase your sensory perception and accuracy of vision. Over time, you may have always felt there is a force guiding you in your life. You may have had a near-death experience or had to face your own mortality abruptly. These moments can trigger a forceful opening that can be challenging to comprehend and understand if you have no prior awareness of them. You may be experiencing unexplained headaches, migraines, or sinus complaints. This area around your third eye and crown chakra is currently stagnant or blocked and needs to be balanced. Right now, you must learn to decipher this internal guidance. You are receiving many messages but are misinterpreting their meaning. Focus on clearing your mind and resetting your psychic antenna. Remain open to receiving signs and messages as you continue to build your skills using clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. Keep an intuitive journal and record those vibes or premonitions you feel you receive. Observe these moments without judgment. Reflection will bring you confidence and help you understand and configure your interpretations of symbols, signs, and verbal messages. The shadow aspect, misinterpretation, disorder, and manipulation. Okay. Your affirmation, I am an open channel for my soul to seek its guidance. I am an open channel for my soul to seek its guidance. Okay, let's finish this reading off with a Rumi message. Okay, Rumi, thank you. Excuse me. Okay, I want to just clear the table away, guys. We should finish this part of the reading with a Rumi message, and then we'll have 10 or 15 minutes of a reading from The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I won't keep it too long, but it may be something that I consider doing after every reading. Just because it's interesting how it always comes in with what we've been talking about. Okay, Rumi. Merciful Mother Jamal. Card number 44. Just my age. Let me put this card down. Oh my goodness, it's the last card in the book. And then we go about the author. Let's read this final card in the deck of Oracle from Rumi. O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail, Rumi. You blazing angel, let's hold this up and have a look at you. You got much coffee? A little bit. Okay. Are we good? We're all good. So I can see. You blazing angel, capable of so much, you evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this? The sweet face of the all-powerful. It shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body, and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance, the mercy of the all-merciful. Let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being, and bring to you the grace that is deserved. This oracle brings you a message. There is a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you, from Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny, and your blessing now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it likely includes your entire life orientation. Let's read this again. There is a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you, from Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy. This is your path, your destiny and your blessing now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it likely includes your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbour. You shall find that the unravelling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness, a gentler approach. You are also being asked to take stock of your own thoughts and attitudes. Having to be tough and play hardball in the past has served its purpose. Yet this oracle comes to you with guidance to become softer in your way and your attitude. Can you gently but firmly place to one side the judge within, the one who keeps score and demands retribution, an eye for an eye, the exponent of absolute justice? Can you invite instead the one who gentles the aggressive lord within and allows him to bow before the great lady who loves, is wise, and who steadies the workings of the world with the softest of touches? Don't fear that if you suddenly give yourself a break, all your discipline, hardness, toughness, and suffering will go to waste. No, all things provide learning and serve divine purpose. But now there is no reason to continue in that way. It is time to learn another way. You are strong enough now to become gentle. If there is a foe or fight in your life, Ask for the Mother of Mercy to bless it into resolution. If you have also drawn the hand of Fatima, okay, which we haven't, you are also being given the message that your prayers are powerful. Although action in the world is a part of your soul purpose and not pain and plan, you are also being given the message that your prayers are powerful. Although action in the world is a part of your soul purpose and plan, when you pray, have conviction that your prayers are real, are heard, and are responded by the great universal heart. So pray carefully and thoughtfully. Be present and speak as if you were speaking to your dearest, oldest, and most influential and powerful friend, because of course that is exactly what you were doing. Pray from your heart and trust in the power of your prayers. There is no limit to what you can pray about, nothing too unspiritual or unworthy, nothing, so pray. This oracle brings you a message that your great power of compassion is reaching for you, that it wants to help you, but is waiting for you to ask. So ask, then you shall receive. A beautiful message today, guys. Okay, if you're leaving us here, then cheerio. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Okay. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Where is the book? Ah, here it is. It's on the chair under the table. What's going on? Okay, guys, so let's continue. We are very near the end now. We don't have that much left to go. Look. Not much. The Power of Discipline, Chapter 10. Okay, we've got a quote by Winston Churchill to start us off. Sure I am that this day we are masters of our fate, that the task which has been set before us is not above our strengths, that its pangs and toils are not beyond my endurance. As long as we have faith in our own cause and an unconquerable will to win, victory will not be denied us. Winston Churchill. Julian continued to use Yogi Raman's mystical fable as the cornerstone for the wisdom he was sharing with me. I had learned of the garden within my mind, a storehouse of power and potential. Through the symbol of the lighthouse, I have learned of the overriding importance of a definite purpose in life and the effectiveness of goal setting. By the example of the 9-foot-tall, 900-pound Japanese sumo wrestler, I have received instruction on the timeless concept of Kaizen and the powerful benefits that self-mastery would bring. Little did I know that the best was still to come. Page number 144, guys, come on. 144,000 light workers. This is our time. This is what we were, what we come forth for. Okay. You will recall that our friend the sumo wrestler was stark naked, except for the pink wire cable covering his private parts, I interjected gamely. Right, applauded Julian. The pink wire cable will serve to remind you of the power of self-control and discipline in building a richer, happier, and more enlightened life. My teachers in Savannah were undoubtedly the most healthy, contented, and serene people I have ever met. They were also the most disciplined. These sages taught me that the virtue of self-discipline was like a wire cable. Have you ever really taken the time to study a wire cable, John? It hasn't been high on my priority list, I confessed with a quick grin. Well, have a look at one sometime. You will see that it consists of many thin, tiny wires placed one on top of the other. Alone, each one is flimsy and weak, but together, their sum is much greater than their constituent parts, and the cable becomes tougher than iron. Self-control and willpower are similar to this. To build a will of iron It is essential to take small, tiny acts in tribute to the virtue of personal discipline. Routinely performed, the little acts pile one on top of another to eventually produce an abundance of inner strength. Perhaps the old African proverb says it best: when spider webs unite, they tie up a lion. When you liberate your willpower, you become the master of your personal world. When you continually practice the ancient art of self-government, there will be no hurdle too high for you to overcome, no challenge too tough for you to surmount, and no crisis too hot for you to cool down. Self-discipline will provide you with the mental reserves required to persevere when life throws you one of its little curves. I must also alert you to the fact that the lack of willpower is a mental disease, Julian added surprisingly. If you suffer from this weakness, make it a priority to stamp it out quickly. An abundance of willpower and discipline is one of the chief attributes of all those with strong characters and wonderful lives. Willpower allows you to do what you said you would do, when you said you would do it. It is willpower that allows you to get up at 5 in the morning to cultivate your mind through meditation, or to feed your spirit by a walk in the woods when a cosy bed beckons you on a cold winter's day. It is willpower that allows you to hold your tongue when a less actualized person insults you or does something you disagree with. It is willpower that pushes your dreams forward when the odds appear to be insurmountable. It is willpower that offers you the inner power to keep your commitment to others and perhaps even more importantly, to yourself. Is it really that important? Most certainly, my friend. It is the essential virtue of every person who has created a life rich with passion, possibility, and peace. Julian then reached into his robe and pulled out a shiny silver locket, the kind you might see in a museum exhibit on ancient Egypt. You shouldn't have, I joked. The sages of Savannah gave this gift to me on my last evening with them. It was a joyous, loving celebration between members of a family who live life to the fullest. It was one of the greatest and saddest nights of my life. I didn't want to leave the nirvana of Savannah. It was my sanctuary, an oasis of all that was good in this world. The sages had become my spiritual brothers and sisters. I left part of myself high in the Himalayas that evening, Julian said, his voice growing soft. What are the words engraved on the locket? Here, I'll read them to you. Never forget them, John. They have really helped me when times got tough. I pray that they also bathe you in comfort during times of difficulty. They say, through the steel of discipline, you will forge a character rich with courage and peace. Through the virtue of will, you are destined to rise to life's highest ideal and live within a heavenly mansion filled with all that is good, joyful, and vital. Without them, you are lost like a mariner without a compass, one who eventually sinks with his ship. I have never really thought about the importance of self-control, although there have been many times I wish I had more discipline, I admitted. Are you saying that I can actually build discipline, the way my teenage son builds his biceps at the local gym? The analogy is an excellent one. You condition your willpower just as your son conditions his body at the gym. Anyone, no matter how weak or lethargic they might currently be, can grow disciplined within a relatively short time. Mahatma Gandhi is a good example. When most people think of this modern day saint, they remember a man who could go weeks without food in the pursuit of his cause and endure tremendous pain for the sake of his convictions. But when you study Gandhi's life, you will see that he was not always a master of self-control. You're not going to tell me that Gandhi was a chocoholic, are you? Not quite, John. As a young lawyer in South Africa, he was given to passionate outbursts, and the disciplines of fasting and meditation were as foreign to him as the simple white loincloth that eventually became his personal trademark in his later years. Are you saying that with the right blend of training and preparation, I could have the same level of willpower as Mahatma Gandhi? Everyone is different. One of the fundamental principles that Yogi Raman taught me was that truly enlightened people never seek to be like others. Rather, they seek to be superior to their former selves. Don't race against others, race against yourself, Julian replied. When you have self control, you will have the resolve to do the things you have always wanted to do. For you, it may be training for a marathon, or mastering the art of whitewater rafting, or even giving up the law to become an artist. Whatever it is you are dreaming of, whether it is material riches or spiritual riches, I will not be your judge. I will simply tell you that all these things will be within your grasp when you cultivate your sleeping reserves of willpower. Julian added, building self control and discipline into your life will also bring you a tremendous sense of freedom. This alone will change things. What do you mean? Most people have liberty. They can go where they want and do the things they feel like doing. But too many people are also slaves to their impulses. They have grown reactive rather than proactive, meaning that they are like sea foam pounding against a rocky shore, going in whatever direction the tide might take them. If they are spending time with their families and someone from work calls with a crisis, they hit the ground running, never stopping to think which activity is more vital to their overall well-being and to their life's purpose. So after all, I have observed in my life, both here in the West and in the East, I say that such people have liberty, but lack of freedom. But lack freedom. They lack a key ingredient to a meaningful, enlightened life: the freedom to see the forest beyond the trees, the freedom to choose what is right over what seems pressing. I couldn't help but agree with Julian. Sure, I had little to complain about. I had a great family, a cosy home, and a bustling law practice. But I really couldn't say that I had achieved freedom. My pager was just as much an appendage as my right arm. I was always on the run. I never seemed to have the time to communicate deeply with Jenny, and quiet time for myself in the foreseeable future was about as likely as me winning the Boston Marathon. The more I thought about it, the more I realised that I had probably never even tasted the nectar of true, boundless freedom when I was younger. I guess I really was a slave to my weaker impulses. I always did what everyone else told me I should be doing. And building willpower will offer me more freedom. Freedom is like a house. You build it brick by brick. The first brick you should lay is willpower. This quality inspires you to do what is right in any given moment. It gives you energy to act with courage. It gives you the control to live the life you have imagined rather than accepting the life that you have. Julian also noted the many practical benefits that the cultivation of discipline would bring. Believe it or not, developing the power of your will can erase the worry habit, keep you healthy, and give you far more energy than you have ever had. You see, John, self-control is really nothing more than mind control. Will is the king of mental powers. When you master your mind, you master your life. Mental mastery starts with being able to control every thought that you think. When you have developed the ability to discard all weak thoughts and focus only on those that are positive and good actions will follow. Soon, you will start attracting all that is positive and good into your life. And that is where we shall end this storytelling session. Storytelling session. Okay, guys, have yourself a fantastic Saturday, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.